There are several special extensions reserved by Asterisk, some of which we have previously discussed. These extensions play an integral part in interactive dial plans, so in this module, we will cover some of these extensions and provide some examples of how they might fit into your dial plan. The S, or Start extension, is a very common extension in Asterisk. The extension is used in two specific cases, when calls come in on an analog trunk and in dial plan macros. When incoming calls come into Asterisk over digital or VoIP trunks, they may send DID, or direct inward dialing digits, to the PBX. The DID will reflect the last few digits dialed for the purpose of matching to a local extension on the PBX. In Asterisk, we would typically use pattern match extensions in the incoming context to route these calls to the appropriate extensions. These are often associated with internal endpoints. This advanced capability is generally not possible over analog lines, so Asterisk will always match incoming calls to the S extension. In this example, we are sending these incoming calls to our auto attendant from the previous chapter. You will notice that we use the S extension for the auto attendant itself. This is only out of habit, as the extension name is an arbitrary label and the extension is never directly dialed. Our dial plan has an extension that allows internal users to dial into the auto attendant, typically used for testing. The other main use of the S extension is in Asterisk dial plan macros. The macros in Asterisk are contexts that act as a sort of dial plan template, and these contexts are only reached when the macro application sends the call there. Thus, there is not a string dialed by a user to match against, and the S extension is used instead. In the Timeouts module, we previously discussed how calls are routed to the I, lowercase t, and uppercase T extensions within an interactive dial plan. When an input application like background or wait extend times out, it will route the call to the lowercase t extension. When an unknown extension is input, the call is routed to the I extension. The uppercase T extension is only used when the absolute timeout is reached. We previously set this timeout to match a variable set to reflect the user's number of minutes in a calling card application. From the uppercase T extension, we might give the caller the option to purchase more minutes and then be able to make further calls. Asterisk will execute the H extension when a call is hung up. Because this extension does not affect active calls, most applications that rely on or impact the audio channel will not work with it. This is still a very useful extension for when we want to perform certain actions only after the call has ended, like modifying the call recording's file name and moving it elsewhere, or performing actions based on the total call time, which we can only know after the call has been completed. The O and A special extensions are used in conjunction with the voicemail and directory applications. The O extension is used to reach the operator and is typically set to dial an endpoint. When the caller dials 0, they will exit the application and be routed to this extension. In order for this to work, you must first set the operator equals yes in voicemail.conf. A stands for asterisk. A call will exit the voicemail or directory application and be routed to the A extension when the asterisk key is pressed. Typically, this extension is used to provide the calling party the ability to log in and check their own voicemail externally. So in our example, we invoke the voicemail main application. The fax extension is a dial plan extension reserved by Asterisk, which it will route calls to when a fax tone is detected. In the example shown here, the fax example is in the from external context, along with the S extension, and routes the call to another context to handle the fax. These special extensions have a very crucial role in Asterisk interactive dial plans and many other uses. They provide a reserved method for Asterisk to route calls in the dial plan. In the next chapter, we will discuss the GoTo application and how we can use it to route calls as well.